person to give this speech, it should be someone who knows you really well, should be someone who understands how you feel about this woman that you love and that you've married. So Tim selected someone who isn't married, isn't in a serious relationship, and doesn't date women. So I'll do my best. My dad has a story about Tim, because I met Tim in the first grade in Cub Scouts. And my dad, who was an assistant scoutmaster, and he's got a story about me and Tim that he tells way more often than he needs to. When we were at a camping trip or some kind of an outing, and he stumbles across me and Tim talking about something, and he thinks it's going to be something like camping, baseball, sports, something fun, something that 9-year-olds usually discuss. And when he walks up next to us, what he realizes is that what we're talking about is nuclear proliferation, which is a very Tim conversation to have at the age of 9. But that's who Tim is. Tim is a big nerd, which is probably why we became such great friends. And I got a lot of Tim stories like that. I solicited stories for this toast far and wide. I got dozens of stories pretty much like that. But despite being a featured character in many of them, I didn't remember any of them. Not a single one. And it started to actually bother me a little bit because these toasts are supposed to start with something funny, and I could not remember a funny story about Tim. And I started to wonder why. And wisdom came to me, as it so often does for all of us, through Facebook. A friend of mine posted some kind of meme or something. Something that you'll probably recognize as familiar. And the sentiment basically was, you'll forget what people said to you, you'll forget what people did, but you won't forget how people made you feel. And for me, I gotta check my notes, I'm sorry. For me, Tim was never the guy around whom I felt like a punchline. Tim was always the guy who, despite being the smartest person in every single room, treated everybody else in the room like they were just as smart as he was, even when he had to have known that we were not. He was patient with everyone, kind to everyone, empathetic with everyone. He was a really spectacular friend. So great that it was kind of hard to imagine Tim getting any better. Enter Caitlin. Yeah. Now, I haven't had the pleasure of getting to know Caitlin super well yet, which is a tragedy that we will remedy. But I can have borne witness to the changes in Tim since he's known Caitlin. My friend, who has always been one of the most patient people I've known, has gotten more patient. My empathetic friend has gotten more empathetic. The friend who always made me feel welcome every time I was around seems to have found a welcome of his own. And that's what love is supposed to be, I hear. It's supposed to be something that inspires us to be better, that calls us to support the people that we love as they try to be the best version of themselves. It's a place to celebrate your victories and soften your defeats with someone who has adopted your victories and defeats as their own. And that's the love that I see that Tim and Caitlin share. So I will stop rambling now, and I will ask you all to raise your glasses to the people we love, to the people who inspire us, to Tim and Caitlin. Cheers.
Tim and Caitlin. Cheers.